er dan af.
Hè? Wat dan? Duurt het te lang?
Nee.
Is it taking
You're
too long?
live.
Yes!
I was just saying to Anya, is it counting down when you go live? But basically,
It takes a little while.
It
does
it takes a little
the turn, and then all of a sudden it goes, boom, and then you're like, oh, okay, I've got a smile.
And the light goes on more,
Yeah.
you know, like. Yeah.
And you're looking at that thing turning, and you're thinking, go on, and your face goes all serious because you're watching, and then all of a sudden you have to, hello. Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Here we are. We're both here. We've both returned safely from our trip to Venice, and back to reality.
Back to normal. Straight into it.
Yeah. Look, Jan, I mean, you know, I had to get 2 people ready this time.
We weren't late. It was 2030.
We weren't late. We were still discussing.
Yeah,
we were still discussing how long it takes to actually press the button and then wait for it to go live. Right, everyone. So welcome. Oh my goodness, everybody's here. All the names that are so familiar now, you're all here. Welcome. And I can see some unfamiliar ones as well. So if this is your first time, you are in luck because you've got both of us. This only happens once or twice a year.
Well, it happens a bit more, I think, this last year. No, wasn't it more than one or two?
Sort of Christmas and then once in between, and you know, so something like that.
Not very often.
Not very often.
No.
I don't let him sit on that chair very often.
Yeah.
We're now on, you know, very hard chairs, so we might just make it a short one. Oh my goodness. Yes, Mandy looked after Layla, so thank you very much, Mandy. She is, wow, she's been asking to be brushed all day. You spoiled her so much. And I sat down earlier just with my phone and my mouse from my PC here. My Mac had to charge, so it was plugged in. Yep. Sat down for 2 minutes. She was on my lap, and you know, so I waited until Dirk came in and he said, do you want me to bring something from the and before he finished his sentence, I said, yes, my mouse from the desk. But he was going to the storage to sort out all the deliveries that we've had during the week. Yeah, that's what he meant.
So
did I want some yarn?
Still 5 minutes ago, I still had to brush her because, you know, she's now taking advantage of that, you know. That
and now,
away
I don't know whether I can show you.
She's sleeping now.
Look. Oh, there's the microphone. Can you lift that up a minute? Yeah. There she is. Look. There she is.
Fast asleep.
Asleep in her bed. So let's see how long that lasts. Let's bring that closer again. I don't know whether that makes any difference or not, but there we go. Right, everyone. So, have you had a good week? Yes, thank you, Jan. Thank you, Ingrid. Welcome back. Thank you.
Thanks, Jan.
Sandy, hello. How are you?
So it's worth waiting a week to get me in it as well. So.
Oh, Angela, that means you'll have to be making baby blankets soon.
Yeah.
Hi, Patricia. Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, my goodness.
Rafaela is here as well.
Rafaela. Yeah, we are here. Sharon, shenanigans. Oh, we've been up to it.
I can't believe that, Tony. You missed us last week. But we're here now, so
yeah. I mean, we have to have a break at some point, right? And it makes it worth the wait because after that we'll be back with lots more shenanigans. Double the amount. Oh, 20 days to go, Angela. Oh my goodness, that's great. You'll have, well, you know.
You can do a lot.
I'm saying a baby girl, a granddaughter or a grandson, but do you know what it's going to be? So exciting.
Neutral
colors.
Neutral colors. Yes.
Thank you, Susan. I mean, we were tired yesterday because we had to be honest, the trip to Venice is not that long. You get up in the morning, you catch the flight quite early, and you're sort of, we were there at what, 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock even, lunchtime. And this time again, we were in the car at 12:30.
Yeah.
You know, so the flight doesn't take long. It's an ideal location, really, from here. 2 hours flight. You can get up in the morning, catch the flight, and be there for lunch, basically. So that's really, really...
Pasta for lunch in Venice. You can have
that
it.
was really
you
nice.
You can do that.
Of course, we live about an hour and a quarter away. An hour and a quarter?
No, an hour and a half
away from the airport. So when we go...
An hour and a quarter when I drive.
Oh, yes, let's not discuss that. So that takes a bit longer, but we tend now to stay the night at the hotel next to the airport because it's just so much better for your nerves.
You never know what happens. And also, you know, it's, you know, you park the car in a multi-story car park, go to the hotel, and basically the flight is at 7 o'clock in the morning. So
so then you don't sleep. So
we're not 20 anymore.
No,
so.
we need to do it. We need to take our time for these things. And if we do it like that, then it makes the holiday longer.
Exactly.
Because you leave the night before, and it just, it's just a lot more. But then, of course, when we came back, we did have to get up early to catch the water taxi at 7:30, I think it was.
7:30 in the morning.
7:30. But we were fine. You know, you get up, but I didn't sleep very well. So that's always the way it goes, isn't it, when you're traveling?
It's fun. It was really fun because in a week's time, we didn't see any car. Not
cars.
A single car. So people in Venice, when they buy a vehicle to move themselves around, it's by boats. Everyone's got a boat in the house. It's unbelievable how many boats are there.
So everything is by water or by walking, and you know, like the Amazon deliveries. It's a guy with one of those huge trolleys, and he walks around delivering them like that. Unbelievable.
The guy from DHL really was there in his uniform. There's the uniforms they wear all over the world.
Take your elbow off the table.
Oh yeah, sorry. And then basically it gets off the boat, and then he walks around all these little streets and delivers his parcels. It's just unbelievable.
You know, life is completely different there. And we did have all kinds of weather, because I just saw Raffaella said the weather this period is not very good. Well, the thing is, we had a little bit of drizzle. We didn't have real rain. So 1 or 2 days we had drizzle, but not for a long time. So just a session of drizzle kind of thing, you know. And then we had a bit of cloudy, but then, oh my goodness, for a couple of days we've had such great sunshine. We had really warm weather. We sat out on San Marco, on the St. Mark's Square, San Marco.
But it was still enjoyable.
And, you know,
it wasn't hot.
Because if it's too hot for a city trip, it's not nice. And it was fine. So we had great weather, and we also had flooding. So we had the flood, you know, when it's high tide, the St. Mark's Square floods, and we had that as well. So we have so many things that we experienced. It was lovely. It was really nice. We even had a graduation take place at St. Mark's Square, and oh my goodness, the students and the graduates and their families, and they were all it was so nice amazing to see.
And they were so excited. They were singing. They were like, and they have like these crowns instead of these hats like everywhere in the world. They had these crowns from what kind of leaves was that?
I think possibly olive, but I don't know.
I don't know. It seemed like basil leaves or something. But really nice.
Yeah.
Really
so when
nice,
Rachel had her graduation, and when Thomas had their his graduation, they had to have the gown, and then what do they call that thing that they put on their head? And then they had to move the tassel from one side to the other. But here, obviously, they didn't have any gowns, but they had, I did see that it's called a mortarboard, isn't it? Yes, Eileen. Yes, the mortarboard. Thank you. And so I did see they had some of those on their chairs. So that was sort of, you know, for them to wear. But obviously, there must have been a tradition with the olive branches or whatever. The I think laurel leaf. Yeah, possible, Jan, but I think the guy
be
from the
something like that.
hotel, he said crown.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that must be a tradition. Yeah, so they were all wearing it and they were shouting and they were sort of, so when this was happening, we thought, well, let's just walk away from this because it's busy. It's, we won't be able to film anything anyway. It was nice to see it all, but then we sort of said to ourselves, let's go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Which we did. And then we ended up finding the university. So all of a sudden I said to Dirk, hey, look, that's the name that's on the signs in St. Mark's Square. So these are the students that are having their graduation. And then we walked from the university back to St. Mark's Square. This was hours later.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All the students were coming from the square to the university. So we were like,
and it's small,
and they
small
were coming
streets
in huge numbers towards us, and they were all shouting and screaming and sort of happy, like graduated and things like that.
Angel looked it up. She said, just Googled it. It's a crown of laurel, and it's a Roman tradition going back 2,000 years. See?
Wow, that's wonderful.
It must have been something like that.
Oh, you saw it on the TV, Raffaella. Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
So Raffaella must have seen the Pope as well then, because he was there the day before.
On Sunday, they had a mass in St. Mark's Square led by the Pope. So that was quite a thing as well. And, so that it was blocked off for that.
And
it was security, police.
Well, the Carabinieri. We were so safe on Sunday.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
There were scanners. So again on Sunday we just went the opposite way of St. Mark's Square because we just thought, well, we're not going to, it's too busy. It's so Tracy, we flew from Bristol to Venice. Is it Venice Marco Polo, the one right next to the sea? And then we took a water taxi from the airport. So you sort of step off the airport into a taxi, water taxi, onto a boat, and then they went all the way down the Grand Canal to St. Mark's because San Marco was the location for our hotel as well. So so it was, to be honest, it was the best location because you're there, you're in the center, and in the evening, like I said, it was high tide, so we could go and have a wander in, not particularly in the water, but we could go and witness it all.
Chainy said you must be one of the first people to pay to get into Venice. Yeah, so we did. Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
we did. Yeah,
we did.
It was just the day before. I think
we paid. Yeah, so we paid, but I can't work out how much we paid, or did we pay per day or per person, or however that worked, because we paid at the end of our stay before we left. That was all we had to pay in the hotel. So that's when they charged us for it.
Yeah.
But we'd been there 7 days. We paid 35 euros.
35 euros. Yeah.
And there was 2 of us. So divided by 2, that would be a half a number. So I don't know what the amount is that you have to pay.
Well, Ingrid says, obviously I don't know anything about Venice, but in the minds of the eyes, it's lonely cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
It's actually streets, but it's not really cobblestones. It's actually quite flat.
Yeah, there's pavement.
It's just how they...
But there's bridges, there's canals, there's no cars, no Ubers, no taxis, cars. Yeah. There is water taxi, there is gondolas, there is bridges and little bridges and more bridges. Oh my goodness, it's just so nice. And what they said, when, obviously before we went, we watched some YouTube videos on Venice, and they all said the best thing to do is to just go for a walk and go left, go right, do whatever you want. Get lost in Venice. Just get lost. You will find the loveliest things, and you will get back to your hotel, because once you've gotten lost for so long, you'll find someone somewhere that you recognize, or you'll end up somewhere where you know how to get back. And that's what we did. But we also used Google Maps, and I thought that it would not work so well with the little streets and the confusing internet, Wi-Fi, where are you, but oh my goodness, they must have made an extra effort, because the Wi-Fi, or the 5G, the 4G, the Wi-Fi was so good. I could actually see myself walking on my Google Maps, and even under a building, sometimes you go through because there's a pathway under the building, and it was still fine.
Yeah.
So Google Maps is your best friend in Venice to get where you want, but also we were doing it, you know, I was letting Dirk choose. I said, right, you choose where to go. And then he did a couple of times. And then I looked on Google Maps, and then I did see, oh, there's like a special thing there. And then I said, if we go left here, we can see this.
Yes.
So we did. And that way we found quite a few things that we wouldn't have found otherwise, and that I had seen in YouTube videos, or, you know, that is there in Venice. So the way we did it with, you know, me sort of saying to him, go where you want. And then once we got somewhere close and there was something interesting, I was able to just say, yeah, if you go left here, we'll see this. And that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was nice.
And we did that every day.
Julia says, it's true, you can't use a wheelie suitcase now in Venice. Everyone nearly used a wheelie suitcase.
I don't. Yeah, they
small
not
ones.
the. To be honest, it's just not convenient. Even a small one, it's difficult because you've got so many stairs. The bigger ones are just impossible, I think. Well, we had rucksacks, so we had it wasn't a proper rucksack. It was like a suitcase, but with the things. So it was a whole what would it be? So it's we only had hand luggage.
Yeah.
So we had a small rucksack, and then we had a huge, well, not a huge bag, but like what would be your trolley, but as a rucksack, because I didn't want to have to lift the trolley all the time, going to you know, going up and down all the stairs, but all the steps of the bridges, but our hotel was only, after our water taxi, our hotel was a 5-minute flat walk from where the taxi dropped us off.
Was it 5 minutes or 3 minutes? Probably 3 minutes or something.
In the crowds, it was 5 minutes because it was right next to St. Mark's Square, so it's always busy there.
Yeah.
So during the day when we arrived, it was about 5 minutes just to sort of maneuver through the crowds.
Yeah.
But on the yesterday morning at 7 o'clock, 2 minutes.
I'll put your drink here.
2 minutes.
Otherwise, I drink it all.
So, so like a backpack. Yes, it's like a backpack, but it has the dimensions of the airline that you're still allowed inside the airplane. So that's how a rucksack. Yes, it's like a backpack. Yes.
And Chainy asked, did you see the Bridge of Sighs? Yes, we saw the Bridge of Sighs.
Like 5 times every day.
From the front and from the back. So it was like, which way we went to the hotel, we had to pass the Bridge of Sighs. So it was more like every day we were passing by, and I was doing like...
Every time
I passed it. Every time I passed it, I did like that.
So the first few times he did this, I thought, what is he doing? And then I worked it out. And I was like, and then one time he forgot, and I went, and he went,
it's when it was the bridge when the prisoners went from, you know, the Doge's palace to then be in prison, and then they sighed because they saw the lovely view from there, you know,
and then they will never see that sign again.
Yeah.
You know, being free, you know, they would always be
that's the thing.
Yeah, before their imprisonment.
Before their imprisonment, that's what it is.
So Ingrid, I am making, obviously, we have been filming Lookbook there. Okay, so that's why we wanted to talk to you today, how we go about filming a lookbook and all about how we did it in Venice. But of course, in between, when Dirk was filming me and I had the camera in my hands, I was filming sides.
Yes.
I was thinking of size then. Bridge of Sighs, see. I was filming sites. So I have today spent the whole morning sorting out all my little clips of footage, and I have 200 clips of Venice outside of any lookbook footage. So those 200 clips I'm going to
We had some holiday though.
I am going to make those into a Venice vlog. Not the vlog that everybody does in on YouTube. Like, hi everyone, we were in Venice. Look at this. Oh, this was lovely. Oh, this coffee was nice. Oh, this pasta was. Oh, did we think? Nothing like that. I'm just going to put all that footage together, put some nice music to it, and make a lookbook for Venice. The way I do my lookbooks for my crochet projects, just showing off the lovely views, the bridges, the views, the gondolas, the water, everything like that. And so if you don't know Venice, if you've never been there, I will take you there in my little vlog, okay, in my little lookbook. So Ingrid, look out for that so that you can have an idea of what Venice is like. Okay, I don't know how long that's going to be. 200 clips. But I've been working today on the lookbook for this cardigan. Yes, I am already wearing it, and it has been the star of the show. And that lookbook is now 16 minutes. I think I went from 21 to 16 minutes. So you do lose a lot of footage in the edit. In the beginning, we didn't film enough. Do you remember the first few, sort of lookbooks? I was always saying, oh, we don't have enough. Excuse me. But now we tend to overfilm, which is
yes,
which is what you need to do.
Well, we got to have like
enough footage.
We filmed 2 lookbooks.
Yeah.
2 lookbooks, and then one that is just with all the views from Venice and where we went and walked. But that thing he said, Ophelia said, we can put that on the Plus YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, I've changed that one, so that will not be on the Plus. It will still be on Ophelia Talks Crochet.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's easy for everybody to watch then.
Yeah. It will just be on this channel. Yeah. So of course, when you have a location like Venice, it's easy. It's easy to film, isn't it? I mean, there's so many views. There's so many. So
every place wherever you go, there it's
filmable.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to look for something.
No.
Normally, we need to look for places. Where does it look nice? Where can we do things? Where is it not crowded? That's the problem we had in Venice.
Yeah.
But really crowded.
Yeah, but what they also say about Venice, and that's well known, is, yes, it will be crowded. Yes, it is very touristic.
Yeah.
But you don't need to film in those really busy places.
No.
It's lovely in the back streets as well. We had empty streets. We had empty bridges. We had restaurants where there was loads of spaces. We had so it's not like you have to stay with the crowds. You can wander off and walk away from the big tourist attractions, because those are the ones that are visited by those groups, and that's what makes it so crowded. There's lots of people from cruise ships, from schools, day trips, touristy, tourist day trips, whatever they do, and they come into Venice. They have their guide with them, and there's like how many people? 20, 30, 40, 50 people. What is good is they have these things. They have a thing in their ear, and they have a little receiver, so the guide just talks into a little microphone at normal level, and everybody can hear it. So that's really good. When I went to Venice the first time, oh my goodness, it was still with all those, the guides shouting, the groups, come closer, and then they talk, and then they go off, and can everybody hear me? All that noise. That was so much more disruption than what it is now. So that is a very, very great improvement, I have to say. And that was the same in Dubrovnik as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Where they were doing that. But this is the thing, if you stay in the town in Venice, like Dubrovnik as well, that's where we experienced this as well. After about 4 or 5 o'clock, they all leave. They arrive really early for their trip, for their guided tour, and then in the evening, yes, it is still busy, but it's different. That it's a lot more relaxed, and there's not as many people, and that made a big difference. Being able to just walk
The
around.
evenings are really quiet.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's really quiet. Even on the St. Mark's Square, it's really quiet.
Yeah.
And it's
Julia, I don't think they will ban them, because obviously it is a touristic thing. But I don't know about Venice, but I know in Dubrovnik they limit them to 7 a day or something.
Yeah.
They limit them to a certain time as well. So from the 15th of October until about March, there's no cruise ships. There's nothing, and so only during the summer. But in Venice, I don't exactly know, but I think they are going to limit them. I don't think they are limited at the moment, but then with this tourist tax, I think that's what they're trying to.
The tourist tax is one thing, and having the ability to book hotels won't be as much as it was before. So there will be a cap on it, on how many hotel rooms that will be booked over the year's time.
Yeah.
So they're going to limit it properly.
I mean,
but you know, you got to admit these things are ages and ages old, and they starting to feel the wear and tear from all these tourists.
But also, a lot of people work in the tourist industry, so that has to be taken into account as well. But you can't just take away
that will mean that basically, the price to go will go up.
So
they're not gonna have less money. They're gonna make the same. But to go on holiday and stay there and drink and eat will be more expensive. It's already expensive, but that will be even more. So and that's what it is. Less people, but more desirable. To be in a desirable place will cost you more money. So it's the price thing in the market.
Oh my goodness, Janice, you were there 50 years ago. Wow.
Not change a thing.
Well, Janice, I was there 34 years ago, and I found a picture in my sort of cloud that I took back then, or someone took of me. And so Dirk and I recreated that picture. So I will try and put it on the Facebook group and show you the differences of me 34 years ago doing the same thing, because I don't think it was actually it's a bit and so we did the same thing this time. And I think we tried, but of course with the change in technology, the pictures look completely different. But we think we were standing in the correct place.
In the correct place, but because technology, more clarity, more. The picture looks a bit bigger than basically the one that was originally taken, but it was with film and the things, and it wasn't. It was clear, but for those days it was clear, clear photo. But the clarity is much, much, much better now. It's just unbelievable. It's what is it?
Rachel, yes. So my picture 34 years ago was also taken on a school trip. Yes, so she went on a school trip to Venice as well.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people do. A lot of people do, but
Molly's son-in-law is now, and grandson is now.
Oh wow! Yes, I mean it's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
The thing is, you don't need to look up interesting back streets, or you don't need to look up things. You just find them. You will find them. Just start walking and you will find them. But we have walked a lot. So what we did, we got up in the morning, had breakfast, and then we just went for a walk. We did about how many steps a day?
16,000
steps. 16,000 steps. And then we kind of had lunch somewhere. And then we had, we didn't rush, because we not only do we, we want to, obviously we were filming during when we were walking, but also we need a bit of rest as well, because we are very busy in the time that we are here, that we are home. The few weeks beforehand, we didn't have an evening where we were just sitting in the sofa. We were just always doing things, always preparing. And so we really needed some time. So you might think that 7 days in a city is a long time. But for us, because in the afternoons we just take it easy, we go back to the hotel, we read a bit, we have a little bit of a nap, and then we get ready for dinner. So we need that way of doing it. And the way we've done it now, that was ideal, you know. Yes, we really enjoyed that.
Yeah, because normally, you know, like 4 days, you're fine.
Yeah.
You
You can see everything in 3-4 days, but because we're filming, it takes a bit longer. And also, you know, sort of sometimes if we are filming, you do stay in a certain location for a little while before you've got the
now with all the artworks there, with the Biennale going on, it can be you can be there for 2 weeks and not seeing everything.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's kind of that kind of city that you think, if you want to explore something, then basically you're gonna need more time, or spend the 4 days that you're there nearly in and out with what you want to research. So yeah. Yeah, bless you.
Yeah, sorry. I know, I don't know where that came from.
I don't know. Yeah, this is the time of the year now for allergies. And
yes, yes, Tracy, the Murano glass is everywhere. Yeah. So the birds on St. Mark's Square. The thing is, I think they're less. So there are certain things that you're not allowed to do in Venice. You're not allowed to sit down on the steps of the stairs, because they don't want you to sort of crowd it by sitting down. You're not allowed to touch the water. I think no, you're not allowed to touch the water, and you're not allowed to feed the birds, because although yes, they're iconic of the square, but they're also a pest basically, because they can shower you with their,
we're not going too much into detail.
Luckily,
you know what we mean.
Dirk was taking a picture of me, and I was sort of posing, doing my thing, and I could hear it falling. And I went, what was that? What was that? Did it land on me? And I made him check me, because I'm like, and I could smell it, but it was right next to me. So it was fine. It wasn't on me, but yes, I mean, so you understand that, and also obviously they sit on things, and they've got a lot of those pins as well everywhere. But there we go. That's that. But I think there are less pigeons, but that's how it goes, isn't it? Yeah.
And then, of course, how we film it is like, we're gonna find the best spots where we go. First of all, we go and we make a tour around to see. We do a bit research at home first, just to see where we need to be, where we can do things, where there's interesting places. It means some places are really crowded because they're really touristy things. So then we really have to get up in the morning, early morning. So we did one morning that we went up before breakfast, before even the breakfast was served. So because we got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. We do that very often. Then to have the best view. Also, the light is really nice. It's the kind of the day, the early morning, and then the dawn time, that basically is like when the lighting is really nice as well. So that's when very often we go out.
They call it blue hour, is it? The one at the
golden hour
evening is golden hour, but the one in the morning is blue hour, I think. And so that's one, the picture we got of the color theory, where it's sort of flying about on the beach, that was taken at about 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock in the
morning. That was an hour's walk to get there. Okay, we had to leave in the dark to get to that beach.
Because that beach is normally an hour after that. People start arriving with their kites, and then it was like full, because we went there then the other day in the afternoon. You can't even walk on it. It's just.
So that's what we did. So we went there really early. So this time, because our hotel was right next to St. Mark's Square, I was like, I am not getting up and walking an hour to do this filming. We are going to St. Mark's Square to do the filming. So that was good. We were there like within minutes, obviously. And we did some filming there. And of course, what you do get in the morning is the binmen, the sweepers, and making, that people who are making sure that everything is clean for the tourists to arrive, of course. But also you get them, the other couples as well, where the girl is nicely dressed up and the husband is behind with the camera, and I'm smiling to myself thinking,
Because
we're one of those.
we were there at St. Mark's Square in the morning, then early morning. It was really early morning, so the light just set, the light set, and basically we were thought, oh, we're going to be on our own. No, then all these wedding photographers are there, filming in those galleries and the things. It's actually not crowded, but there are still a few.
There was
no tourists inside.
No tourists.
No,
only those people who are trying to get their footage without anybody else in it. Do you remember because it wasn't that warm in the morning? Do you remember the girl with the fancy peach colored dress?
Yeah.
So she had it was like a wedding dress, but it was it was
lovely.
very flimsy. She can't have been very warm at all, and she was traipsing about and walking down, and she had someone else taking pictures of her and filming her. So she must have been cold. But you see the other couples as well, where she's wearing high heels, but he's got the the flats with him for her to change round.
So basically, so this time we didn't do any blanket because that wasn't possible because
I had been thinking about this cardigan for a while, that I wanted to make it. Then when the decision was made that we would go to Venice, I was like, that is the Venice cardigan. There was no name for it yet. There was no, and it wasn't finished, obviously. So that's when I started with making sure that this was finished, that the video and the pattern was done. So that's what I'm doing right now. So we've come back. I've got all the footage sieved out from in between those other film bits from Venice. So all the footage with me in the cardigan is been taken out, and I have put that into the tutorial already. So tomorrow I have to watch that again, and I've just finished the lookbook as well. So that's what I did today, so that will come out at the end of the month, because obviously it needs to be uploaded, and I mean I've got to watch it again. I can't just and then I also finished after I finished the cardigan, I started thinking about something else, a shawl. And I thought, I'm going to do a shawl in this particular color, blah, blah, blah. So that was also filmed in Venice, and that will also be sort of themed Venice, but obviously that's not yet available at the moment because the shawl is finished, but I haven't done anything about the pattern needs to be written, I think. The video tutorial needs to be done. So, all that still needs to be done. So that takes me a few weeks to sort that. So that will be, June time, I think, before that's coming out.
Yeah.
But of course, what happens, like with the color theory, I want to theme. I want to bring the theme into the lookbook. So, of course, calling any cardigan Venice makes it the theme, right? So that's great. That's wonderful. That's easy. But sometimes, like the color theory, it's not that easy to actually think, where are we going to film that? Because it's the theme is there, but how do you visualize it? So that's why I came up with the Black Beach, which of course I knew there was in Sal in Cape Verde. So that's why we went ahead and filmed it there with all the black lava stones. And that then brought the theme together, where you have black when you put all the colors together, you see. So that made it nice. And so this is how we try to do like the Lizzie blanket. We went to a film location of the film, the Lizzie, the Pride and Prejudice, the Lizzie of Pride and Prejudice, you see. So at least, it's sort of that, of course, tied it together, because Pride and Prejudice, that's what it's based on. And so we went to one of the film locations, which obviously wasn't too far from here. So that, meant that it was okay to do. So we try to link it in certain ways. So that's what, obviously, if I can link a cardigan or a shawl great. You know, we can give it a theme and we can make it interesting for the lookbook, right? But also there's other things to consider, like the sun.
Yeah, of course. Because when we go filming, the weather needs to be a bit okay, because there's no
Wind.
point in filming in the rain. You know, that's not
Rain.
exciting. You know,
We tried.
everything looks better in a bit
Yeah.
of sunlight.
Yeah,
You know,
obviously. Do you remember?
you gotta be honest.
We tried filming in the
Yeah.
wind here. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my word, that was just impossible. My hair was
Yeah.
flying. It was in my face, then it was away,
Yeah.
and then my dress was going everywhere. I couldn't keep the shawl
Yeah.
up. No, that was impossible.
And to be fair, the color theory really looked nice on that beach.
But the wind is different there.
So it is actually a nice beach blanket, you know, to take away with you to the beach. Make one for you when you go out on a holiday. Take that with you. You can put it in a washing machine afterwards. We did it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, that blanket was
easy.
It weighed 10 kilograms.
Yes.
I tell you now. It had so much sand, so much salt, and so much water in it. It was soaking wet. I don't know whether you noticed that at the end of the lookbook, it was completely wet on the you know, sort of, I baptized it in the Atlantic.
Hey, Cindy asks, what about Dirk? Any blanket ideas in the hat? It's already made, Cindy. It's already made.
Yeah.
And the yarn pack is already available on the website, but the blanket not.
The blanket isn't
if you
out
want to
yet.
make it, the yarn pack is on the website, and it has to do with I used to be a part of my local Rotary club here, and we every year we organized a kite festival, and the kite festival was all about raising money for charity, and there was a team of kite surfers, really with the wind, you know, and they were professionals, so they brought their kites and they did all kind of demonstrations with these kites, and they were so colorful. So one day I had a photo that I found in our Google thingy files, and I came up with that photo, and I said, that's it, that's really it, you know. And I looked at all these kites, and I thought, let's start putting them together. So I took some Wendy yarns and took that photo with me on the phone, and then looked at it and said, I've got it, you know, nice 15 things. And we made 15 colors, and literally Julie made the blanket for me. And it's absolutely stunning. So there will be a video from it. Anya's doing the tutorial, the footage. We will still need to take some photos.
No, it's all done and dusted.
There's some photos that we still need to take.
No,
I think
it's all done and dusted.
But it's yeah. Oh yeah, you took some. Yeah, you took some. But
it will be out soon. Obviously, with the color theory, that needs to be finished first, because he had the idea right beforehand, you know, at the best timing.
Yeah. So the blanket, the yarn pack, some people already bought it, really, because the colors are really singing, to be fair.
So do you want to tell them what the pack is? Because people are...
Yeah, it's the what's it called? I give it the name about the kites, you know, the Festival of Colors pack. Yeah, it is.
Festival of Colors pack.
Festival of Colors.
It's on the website. You can...
Julie linked it just there. So, and it's Wendy, $29.50 for 15 balls. You know, if you've got a little bit left over, there's so many projects Anya comes up with. You can still use it. You can still use it. So that's the good thing. When you buy one of our yarn packs, yeah, you can still use the leftovers
for other
over the year. Definitely.
Yeah. But also, I mean, you don't waste a little thing. If you buy more than one yarn pack, just, you know, that there's always leftovers, so you will build up your stash with the leftovers. There are smaller projects that I do. Look, this one, that one, the chakras, the tassels, obviously the cushion. Let me just show you. You know, the cushion that we did for the color theory. There we go. Obviously, you know, this is themed, but you can do this just with any colors, to be honest. And then, of course, this week we're having this. So, you know, there's so many projects on the channel that you can then use the leftovers for. And there we go.
It's like you did the other live when we do yarn packs. Yeah, you know, some people still don't not understand why we do this. You know, we have the crochet alongs, which is now up to nearly 10. Yeah. So you got there 10 patterns. So, and you got like 20 yarn packs. So you can make every single blanket in every single yarn pack.
That's 200 blankets.
That's 200 blankets. You're never going to do that. So it's actually pick and choose which one you like, and then substitute the colors, and just pick and choose. A lot of people just pick and choose. You know, why we put them in a circle? Have you ever thought why they are on a circle on the website? Because you can start with number 1 on the top, row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then go on and again and again. And see, that's why they're in a circle. You can do it clockwise or you can do it anti-clockwise. So, and you always come up with a nice colorful blanket.
Julie is asking, Dirk, is that a challenge? And Angel is very good at this. She generally says, oh, I like that pattern, and then she goes, oh, I like that pack. So she's like doing, for example, she calls it a mashup, I think.
Yeah.
So the jam jar pattern with the peacock pack, and then she also changes the border with the Lizzie border, something like that. So she loves doing that. And that is exactly what can be done with all these packs, with all these patterns. All you need to do is just take the list of colors from one, from the one that you're going to do, and then just substitute color per color, and then keep substituting them, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So she loves subbing out the colors. Yeah. So she did the Lizzie, of course, yes, and in Chris's color pack. Yeah. Which in is that July color pack. So, you know, in the Carolina color pack, wasn't it? Yeah. So you know, people. Interchangeable. Yeah. You don't have to do it the way
we've seen it with the Lizzie so many times. Make the original one, you know, which is absolutely lovely. And then basically people start using one of the other yarn packs to make a second one.
Because... and didn't Angel make that pink Lizzie? Did you make the pink Lizzie, or was it the pink something else? Thank you, Angel. Yeah, that's great idea. Yeah, the jam jar happiness. You did that in the Christmas pack. Yeah. So, yeah. Julie, yes, you made the pink Lizzie. Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? Just just choose the color pack. Why do we do color packs? So you would have a pack of colors that go together. So if you get a color pack, you know that those are going to go together. And that was my problem when I started crocheting. I found color packs so nice, and I couldn't find enough of them in the shops where I was buying my yarn, of course, before we had our web shop. And at one point my mum said to me, you know, my mum loves it as well, and she said to me, which pack haven't we had? And I'm like, I'm scouring the internet now, mother. I can't find any. Problem solved. Problem solved. We solved that problem. We made sure that we are now, well, predominantly, we do sell the individual balls of yarn, of course, but we have so many packs now, and we are going to keep on bringing out packs. So because when we don't have the yarn packs and
don't have the designs, we are like every other yarn shop, so which is very difficult to actually compete with bigger retailers.
So that is that's our unique thing. We sell the packs. We sell a blanket in a pack. You can buy 15 balls and you can make a blanket. Now, the thing is, you don't have to turn it into a blanket, but you have that color palette there, which goes together. For example, you know, the bag I made, the granny square bag, I used a spring garden pack. You don't have to make a blanket with, there is no spring garden blanket as such, is there?
No.
But that doesn't matter. You can make a Lizzie, you can make a jam jar, you can make a greenway, you can make any of my cals. You can make the bag, you can make a cardigan, you can make anything, because all those colors go together.
Someone made the bag in the Aurora, which was absolutely fabulous. Fantastic to see.
Yeah.
You know, it's beautiful. Actually, it is fantastic yarn, actually, that. So yeah, there you go, Jan. So many people find it difficult to put colors together, and you know, the color pack is your solution. 1, 2, 3. Pick a design, then pick a yarn pack and start crocheting.
Yeah. So Nancy, you can do that. Yeah, you can substitute color wise. So if you have a pink and you have a pink in that pack, substitute it like
you can do that.
But you don't have to. You can just number them and then say, okay, so for me, that color is my color. So if you give I don't know what Angel, I think Angel makes 2 columns, but what I would do, for example, is just pick one of your new pack and then see the first one and then write on there the name of the first one there. So even if it's a pink one and you call that bottle green, for you, that's the bottle green one, right? So then every time bottle green comes, or green, whatever green, comes up in the pattern, you pick that one on the band of which you have written that color. And then that way you're doing the same way, although it's going to be different, but you are using the balls, the colors, the amount of times that you need to use them. And that's the important thing.
So another thing that's going to happen is that I'm currently substituting the Stylecraft packs also in Wendy. So the ones that are becoming available will also be available in Wendy. You might have seen on the website that it's not saying specifically anymore Stylecraft yarn packs. So they're going to be our yarn packs.
Yeah.
So that's going to change, and you will have the opportunity to choose between the pack in Wendy or in Stylecraft, which is the same color vibe, basically, and some will be also available in the cotton
soft.
So you will have 3 options to choose from. So
Dirk is doing his best to substitute or to make sure you have the same colors.
That's already well, the green way was already made in that way. So then basically the autumn walk will follow as well, and
because of course now
the vintage yarn pack is made already in Wendy, so you can choose.
We have more colors in Wendy now, you see, because I've chosen so many, and I did choose very wisely, you see.
Because so that's one of the things that's going to happen. Another thing that's going to happen is going to be some new yarns coming soon, I hope.
Yes, because you ordered something at the yarn
when
fair,
I went into Birmingham.
Launched yet,
they weren't launched yet, so but we got already
that.
samples. We got them already, so I can take photos of it if you want to. But it's going to be the James C. Bread Emotions, which is going to be a couple of color shades in that, quite a few, I think, which is really, really nice. Nice variegated yarn. What's also become available will be an Aran in Wendy. Ordered all of these shades. It's going to be like 16 to start with, I think. And then the same ones will be in chunky. So there will be a chunky range coming as well in Wendy.
Yeah.
So that's then we have in Wendy, we have the DK, the Aran, and the chunky bits. And
yes, Tracy, I mix them. Obviously, when I make a blanket for the Cal, I do work with a pack of one brand. But here in my stash, I have mixed them completely. I've lost bands. I've lost. I've had to rewind things, and they're all together. I don't know what is what here anymore. So whenever I'm making small things, whenever I'm testing things, it's a mixture because I don't know what brand it is anymore. Obviously, you can mix the DK, but don't go and mix, because Dirk was talking about Chunky and Aran as well. Don't go mixing those because that doesn't work. Okay, but I mix Wendy and Stylecraft now. Because I can't keep them separate anymore. It's impossible.
Yeah. See, there's only so many.
A shed, Deborah. A shed. A yarn shed.
Yeah. 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 There's not much difference between Stylecraft and the Wendy anymore. Really, Wendy might be a bit. If you like to see the twist on it, might be a bit better on the Wendy, maybe. But that has then to do a bit more in the steaming process on the end of the twisting, so a bit longer. then that was happening with the Starcraft. But other than that, there's not much difference, to be fair. Yeah. I think the Wendy is really good yarn, really for the price. It's really amazing stuff. Yeah. Cutty. Oh, you need a bigger house.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Does anyone have more questions for me?
Thank you, Angel. Nancy, we hope so. We will, things like that are said off the cuff, but we do hope that we can do that. In September, we are going to go to Yorkshire to see James C. Brett factories, to see their storage, to see, so we'll see what we can film there, hopefully. And that might be the start of that kind of journey.
Yes, Jamie said to me in Birmingham, you're always welcome. And he's on dial for us, he's on
speed dial.
We got him on WhatsApp to text him really straight away. So it's kind of a luxury. We've got that. So then basically, we're now members of the Hand Knitting Association in the UK. So it's
and
just
he's the direct. What is he? He's the director.
It's the organization. He's the leader of the club. Let's say it that way. We got that. So it shows that we're on the map as a retailer. That's the only benefit after paying 60 quid. That then came basically just to say that we can go to the Harrogate yarn fair in the pavilions.
Again, that's a yarn fair for retailers by invitation
but
only.
You need to be a member, and then we can go.
So, and apparently it's with a dinner in the evening, so I'll have to get my gala dress out. I'll have to wear something knitted. Why am I talking about knitting?
Rachel says going to
have to wear something.
Have a cuppa with me on the way back. Oh yeah, it's literally on the way back.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Rachel. Yeah. To be honest, that hotel was really good. Is that a way? Is that a location where we could stay the night
Probably
and then not have to drive the whole way down?
Probably a good idea.
We'll keep it in mind, Rachel. We'll keep it in mind. Yeah. So this would be September, and as we are talking about lookbook filming, we are not going to drive all the way up to Harrogate just for a yarn fair and just for a fancy dinner with these yarn people. We will also be filming a lookbook there. I have already chosen the location for filming the lookbook for the next Cal. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Liz said about the Chainy cotton. I haven't seen anything similar. No, what it is with the Chainy cotton, it's a Turkish company. And Jamie, with James C. Brett, bought, like on a white label basis, all these Chainy cottons. Now the company is he said that the company was very difficult to communicate with. So he said he was going to stop it. So now I bought quite a bit. So I've got Yarn Wars. So basically I've got quite a bit now of the last colors that are available.
We bought them all.
So we nearly bought them all. I just had a load in over the week when we were away. So I just this afternoon I checked it. So I got like quite a bit of these, and they're gonna last me a little bit, so, and I think then it will be finished. But I've contacted this company myself, that Turkish company, to basically have these Chainy cotton cakes and these cakes, other Chainy cottons, just the plain colors, the plain ones, which is really interesting to have because they're nearly the only one doing that. I can't imagine. I've looked around on the internet myself to see if I could find a replacement for it, but not really. So that's going to be in that way problematic. Now these companies said they were going to exhibit at Birmingham as well. They didn't show up, so it's kind of very difficult to communicate with them, and I communicated with them over the, over the internet, over the email and all that, and they don't answer my questions. They don't understand,
and they don't. Yeah, you asked them a simple question and they didn't so they probably didn't understand English very well. So yeah, it's not easy to communicate with these companies. It was, of course, it would have been easier with the middleman of James C. Brett in between, but there we go. That's how it goes. We are trying. We'll see what happens. But yes, I mean, we've sold so much of that Chainy cotton. You've loved it so much, and especially, they were variegated. They were variegated. I wanted plain ones, and then
it's a bit hard on the wrist when you basically
but once you get used to it, once you're used to it, and once you know that that's what it does. The thing is, you see, you can make specific things with it, and that's the thing. Like a bag, a stand-up bag, a sleeve for your laptop, things like that. I mean, the type of things that you can make with them. Can you show? Should we show it or not? That bowl there.
Which one?
This one.
This one?
No.
What bowl? Ah, this bowl. Oh yeah.
See, I had already made another design and tried out stitches, but then of course when Dirk said it's out of stock, look, this is my painting paint brushes, and look what a lovely design I came up with. But obviously,
but you can still make it because we got still these.
I'm not going to straight away be filming this or promoting this because we don't have the Chainy cotton anymore. So I will keep it under my
night, Mandy.
under wraps. Night, Mandy. Under wraps until we have it. We have it. So yeah.
We could have it made for ourselves, but it will cost a fortune.
Yeah, that's the thing. To be able to it would be an investment, obviously, and then we would have to sell it really well to be able to get that back. But
I asked him about importing the stuff and how much we needed, and we needed more than a pallet. Which is like a couple of hundred of each color, which is kind of and
I mean, to be
because
honest,
it's nice, we can have our own gradient. Really, we can. It's amazing, but it's just like so hard to deal with. And if you don't have the right information, if they don't give you what you want, and you can't talk to these people straight away, it's very hard.
No, we don't have any solid colors at all.
No solid colors anymore.
That one was just one. What happened? Yeah, that one. They had like 17 of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
And we bought them. We sold a few, and then I used the rest. And
it was finished.
And that was it. Do you remember the bag, the Laurel bag that I made? The circular bag last summer, and I thought, great, it's for a bag. It's great. I'll do a pattern. Blah blah blah. So we bought them. We did, and then we bought a few for our stock because you started buying it because the video was coming out. And then the next time, Dirk said, they don't have it anymore. So, yeah, I did all that effort for, a bag that...
Do you know that in some shops, they sell it for £14?
No, not
£14 in some shops. And with us, it's not even £8, which is really like value for money.
This is Chainy cotton. This is Chainy cotton, the same as this. But it's, it's... one color. That's the Laurel bag.
So we got now 4 colors left. I think it is 4.
The Laurel bag. I think Angel. Yeah.
Which one? This is the most exciting one, and there's one with the brown in between as well, which is also nice. But I don't have it here, or it's in storage. So another new one is the Swirly Whirly. I like the name. I like the name of it. I thought when Chris was here, from James C. Brad, I thought, no, I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. The Swirly Whirly. But
look at this, and it's the same colors as my color theory blanket.
And I didn't realize that.
And I didn't realize
it. And it all came in. I said, give me all the colors. I come round and I said, doesn't this just look like
The colour theory. So that's quite funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like a lollipop. Yeah.
Mm.
No. This is just
No,
DK.
DK on.
It's double knitting. It's 100% acrylic, but it's 200 grams. Is it? Am I wrong?
No, 200. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 550 meters and it's 200 grams. So it's like 2 balls of the normal DK that we always have. But yeah, isn't this just amazing? Dirk gave it to me. He's like, yeah, there's your color theory. And I'm like, what?
It's actually very good for C2C projects because the stripes are like longer, which makes it really nice.
Yeah.
If you do shorter things, it's not that nice, I think. You know, you need to make bigger objects with it, you know. Bigger.
Yes, Angel, we were, but
pardon, what is it?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we talk about that
Not
later.
everything at the same time. Not everything in the same time. The Karen cinnamon swirl. Yeah, it's possible that it's the same as something else because that's how it goes in these yarn worlds.
See, the thing is, there were like years back there was patents. You know, these brands had patents, but they lapsed. So now you see other brands making exactly the same color, and that's why because they these Turkish companies are now free to do what they like, and
that's why you see the same the same kind of yarn color ways in other.
And a thing that will happen over time will be that I think Starcraft and James C. Brett and Wendy and James C. Brett is the same, will start producing in the UK again. And that will be more unique yarn and under license from themselves, and nobody else will be having the patents anymore for these things, because that was one of the side effects of producing in Turkey, really. So, yeah.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
Yes, it is, Angel. You know, it would be lovely for it to truly become a UK product. I think the future for it will be, because you always think, oh, it's going to be more expensive to produce it in the UK. But I spoke to that with Jamie about it, and he and yeah, sorry. I see you see that I'm doing this every week. So, and he said it won't be, because this machinery now is all computerized. So you need only one person to actually see that the machines keep running and going. And it's all computerized. Wow. and it goes automatically. They can produce day and night. So it's kind of a thing, just electricity you need. And the machines, of course, the investment of the machines.
The raw material.
That's the thing, the raw materials, the acrylic fibers. And basically everyone shops from the same company, because there's only 3 producers in the world. It's a bit like oil, you know. There's only two or 3, you know, refining centers in the whole world for doing the petrol, and that's a kind of bit of the same. So
yes, Mary, it's
Angel, sorry,
it's an abrupt color change. Yes,
it is.
Oh, Jan, are you going to feed them every day and clean out their stables?
But we have more stock of these, you know. It's kind of a nice feel to it.
It is soft,
it's soft, yeah. Although I don't like it to be caked like that, because it's nice to see that it's caked, and then you put it in the cupboard, it's really nice, you know. But for packing, it's a bit of a problem.
So yeah, there we go. So for us, for cakes, it's not so easy because of the pulling out the yarn. For him, it's not so easy because he has to pack it in a different way.
Yeah. when I visited Starcraft and basically in Birmingham, and the girl behind the counter, what's her name, Lisa, says to me, "Oh, I love these little cakes, Dirk. I love these little cakes." I said, I don't, because they're harder to pack." So she said, yeah. So I like more into you know, the normal ones
Yeah.
forms. But anyway,
So
there you go.
so we've had quite a few orders while we were away, of course, even though it says on the website we're not there. So we have to thank you for all your orders. And when are you going to pack them and send them?
Well, I'm going to start tomorrow. So they can all go away. Tuesday's bank holiday, Monday tomorrow, so there's no posts going out. So I hope to be, then I get when I post everything, make everything ready tomorrow, and then a bit of Tuesday, and then basically everything's done. So it's actually a godsend, basically. That
it's a bank holiday for us.
So today I sorted out the storage again. You know, the new items that came in.
We ordered a few things so they would come in last week while we were away, so we could do this.
So there was some getting a bit low, so we stocked that back up. So we're really good stock now on the Stylecraft, and very good actually. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, higher numbers. Yeah.
And then next week on Wednesday we will be doing this front here. So has anybody made these triangles for their cushion? Maybe not, because you might be waiting until you have finished your color theory lines for your blanket, of course.
Julie.
So if you are interested in making this, then yes, this is a good pattern to know as well, because it's granny clusters in a circle. So although I've got several videos of it in lines, and it's really easy in lines, I have always shied away from doing this in a circle, because it's still here, because it's impossible to know the increases. So I tried to make sure that this was a logical increase, and to me it just needs a little bit of getting used to. So I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday, and then of course on Friday we will have the 4th installment of the blanket. And this time, so we had 2 weeks of maintaining. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th week we will have decreasing. Okay, so at the end of this week, so week 3, now you should reach the length of your blanket. So week 1 gave us the width of our blanket. Week 3 will now give you the height of your blanket. And now we will finish it all off by doing the triangle. Okay. I'm struggling to get a round cushion, and we don't have yes, of course, what you could do, Ingrid, I don't know how handy you are, but take a square one and push in the corners and sew them, so you turn it into a round one. Make do. See if you can manage it like that. But also I think if you just push in the corners and you put the cushion around, I think it will stay. So see how it goes. Dirk doesn't think we can make all the cows, and I think all together you would be able to make them. But one person. Yeah, exactly, Angel. We are going to be testing the next cowl soon.
And by the time you're nearly finished, there will be another yarn pack.
Yeah.
No, it's just going to be silly. Yeah.
Claudia says, I've made most of the blankets. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So next week we've got the cushion, and week 4. I think we're there. I think we've said everything that we needed to say.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh no, Jan says she forgot about the cushion. Don't worry, Jan, because to be honest, the cushion is meant for when you have finished your blanket, so you don't use so this is leftovers, really. Okay, this is leftover, and this black is a new ball. Okay, so this was extra to the black that you have in your pack. The black that you have in your pack, you need to keep that for your border. Your border will use the whole ball, okay? You can't use it for anything else, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Venita, don't we all? Don't we all? Wouldn't it just, it would make an incredible photo collage indeed for the website. And maybe we should, can we make a, in the Facebook group, can we make like a file where they can put their picture in, or maybe, or like a post in which they can put the comment and then put their picture of the certain.
Yeah, you can make a post and then everyone comments with their photo.
But for that particular pack or for that particular pattern per post, or how could we do that? Let's think about this.
Yeah, a simple post saying who made a blanket with this yarn pack or something.
Yeah,
and then,
so
and then
for this
you can
yarn
post
pack,
that.
for that yarn pack, but then also who made the jam jar in the original, but also in other colors. So for the jam jar, for example, for all the packs.
Well,
so.
I've seen, there's a lot of, with the Jewels of the Nile, there's been squares made, and it's absolutely lovely. And if we see that, we take the photo and we put it on our website.
Yes.
So if you go on the website, you go to the yarn pack, you see what's been made with that yarn pack.
Yeah.
You can see all of different photos, and it says made by customer, because that's how I do it. And I'll take the photo. So you might be, if you made it and you posted once in the Facebook group, your photo might be on our website.
On our website, yeah. Yes, Angel, that's a very good idea. Yeah.
Because it's nice to have that people see what can be done, with the yarn pack.
That's exactly right, Frances. That's a wonderful thing to do, isn't it? She crochets at work, aged care nursing, dementia residents, love watching and touching. Yeah, it's for them. It's great, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
It's
tactile,
the
impressions.
It's
Yeah, the impressions is a very good yarn that Starcraft is now making.
That's what Shirley. That's what I was wondering. Can you add albums in the Facebook group, like an album for, and then everybody can go and put their picture in there?
We'll see how that works.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look and see what we can do. But anyway, yes, just to say that we've had a great time away. We've had lots of footage.
2 lookbooks.
And a Venice vlog, hopefully. And then, of course, you also know that some of that footage ends up in the tutorial. So that will give you some more tutorial, fun as well. And yeah, we had a nice time. It's been wonderful to be able to do this. And of course, I love being able to share, what we do with you in the way that I do it. I don't make this sort of the traditional vlog, but I like to make, sort of something a little bit subdued when we are filming it. It's just like this, and I don't have to go and stand there saying, what we are doing and things like that. So yes, I hope you will enjoy the lookbook on Venice, and that will come out at the end of the month. So with this, there'll be a lookbook, the cardigan tutorial, and then also the Venice lookbook will be out that week as well. So we will I will have a bit more time to polish the editing, because that also takes time as well, and find the music to go with it and make sure it all looks nice. Edit some people out.
Colleen said, glad you're back. I hope you had some rest. Well, we actually did
yeah.
because
we did
we did this time because
and we have to.
We need to do this because
like this.
Every 3 months we try to do something, because we work in 7 out of 7, and there's no day that is not without. And having that week away every 3 months kind of thing is just something we need. And we combine it, of course, with some work, but it's not on constantly. So and
I mean, I work, as you know, and I start working. When I finish working, I am crocheting and I'm making videos, and I'm making patterns, and I sit in the sofa and I'm crocheting. Dirk is very often, he gets up, answers emails, we have lunch together, and then he's off to the storage.
And then
prints off the
when we were
stickers
in
off the
Venice,
storage.
although we were filming, I was
You know.
following more her with the camera. But even that walking, is so relaxing because you're in an atmosphere that relaxes you.
But it was easy to film.
And I don't need to
there
think
as
that needs to
well.
go out, that needs to
Yeah.
to be done. Of course, I got a few emails. I replied to them, and when what I could reply, of course, and the ones I couldn't, I have replied. I have replied now this morning.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
but it's not the constant, when we're away. I didn't touch a hook for like 5 days.
Which is good.
Unknown.
Which is good, which is good.
But yeah, you have to have a break.
Otherwise we get burned out, and then that doesn't help things either. So there you go.
Right, everyone, we are going to go and say goodbye, and we will I will see you again next week, and I hope you will enjoy the Cal episodes and the cushion. And yeah, the week after that there is another good video coming out as well. So right, there we go.
So I won't be here next week, so I just warn you in advance. No more war talk and everything like that. But yeah, we had a great time, and we did some great things. We have some nice footage. The weather was nice, so it's gonna be lovely on the video. So yeah, now Anya's got to do a lot of editing work because we got loads of footage. So
yeah, so much footage.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Right, everyone. Bye. Bye.
Till next time.
Bye.
But you can always email me, hello@OpheliaTalksCrochet.com. If you can't help it, I will reply.
Bye.
Bye.